continuing to build. The movement is growing, and I encourage you to stay engaged. And let this event, CPAC, look how many people are here. It's unbelievable. Continue to engage your neighbors, continue to engage your friends, stay involved in the political process, stay involved with Young Americans for Liberty, stay involved with Campaign for Liberty. We're going to do this. We really are. So we move on now to the main program of the evening, the Liberty Forum hosted by Campaign for Liberty. I want to introduce the president of Campaign for Liberty, John Tate, a good friend of mine, someone I have great trust in, someone I know who has led the charge for years, and someone that all of us here should listen to, someone that has carried this movement. So without further ado, John Tate.
Thank you, Jeff. Well, they don't want to listen to me. They want to listen to someone else. But before we get to that, I just want to thank everyone for coming. What a great event again. 2 years ago, we showed up at CPAC and we handed out a little flyer on a little bill, at that point unknown, called Audit the Fed. At that time, almost no one had heard of it. We made a major effort of it. And you know what happened, of course. Votes in both the House and the Senate, 320 co-sponsors in the House. And it's back again this year, bigger and better than ever. And once again, thanks to you, we have taken CPAC by storm. In fact, I know it always doesn't seem like it, and there's a lot of things we lose, but we are taking Washington by storm. Did you see the look on John Boehner's face the other night when the Patriot Act failed? That is keep up the fight. They're bringing it up again. We got to keep fighting it. Fortunately for us, there's more of us in Congress, and now we've got Senator Rand Paul, who has pledged to fight it to the bitter end in the Senate. Excuse me? Oh, did they? Yeah, they snuck it through. Okay. Yeah, we knew what happened. Now it's got to go to the Senate, and we'll keep fighting it. Yeah. But the thanks goes to you for all the efforts you make, financial contributions, showing up at events like this, and showing the politicians that we mean business. But I want to give a couple special thanks real quick. First of all, and he actually asked me not to do this, but there's a guy that put this together. He put it together this year. He put it together last year. Some of you have run into him. He's running away in the hall. I see him. Steve Bierfeld. When Steve's not being harassed by the TSA and recording it, he's doing great work for Campaign for Liberty. There he is. Thank you, Steve. There's two other people I want to mention. Of course, the entire Campaign for Liberty staff who helped put this together and all the volunteers, but two people. Thanks. He wasn't on the list, actually. All the staff, Matt Holdridge, Matt Halls, I could go on and on, Deb Hopper, Deb Wells, everyone on Campaign for Liberty staff, but two people that just put in tireless hours on this, and I don't know if they're in the room, but Terry Capshaw and Chris Stern. finally, I know they're, oh, there they are. Carl and Karen Bowen, would you stand up, please? Carl and Karen Bowen have been pretty good, generous supporters of Campaign for Liberty, but I just want to say that it was their financial contribution this year that made this possible. And then finally, Steve Bierfeld would do a number on me if I didn't mention this. I think in every chair there was a little package about the Patriot Club with a newsletter called In Liberty and a little reply device there about joining the Patriot Club. I would just urge each of you to look into it and consider if that's something you might want to do to help us out. The Patriot Club members give a monthly donation, recurring donation that help us plan our budget and help us make things happen year in and year out. So if you look at it and join the Patriot Club, we'd greatly appreciate it. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not sure he's out the door yet, but I'm going to introduce to you Tom Woods.
Well, I like CPAC. Thank you very much. Well, this is a ridiculous honor, really, that I have here. I mean, this is something, I hope the video cameras don't malfunction or something. This is something I'm going to show my grandkids someday. It's really, really quite something. I'm very glad to be able to be here with Campaign for Liberty. It's an organization that really is trying to emancipate us from the idea that the only opinions you should be holding are opinions somewhere along that spectrum from, you know, like Hillary Clinton to Mitt Romney. Like that's 3 inches. No. That's the kind of box they want to confine us in. But Campaign for Liberty crushes that box into the ground and then sets it on fire. Now, a couple quick housekeeping things. First, because of course we want to get to the main event here. I mean, who's this jerk up here yipping and yapping? We want to see the main event here. But, the straw poll, I am telling you, I am going to commit an atrocity if you people are not voting in this straw poll. Okay? You got to have this. This is how you know that you voted. You got a little hole punched in here. We're going to be looking. Okay? Now you have to vote by tomorrow morning. And I don't know the exact cutoff time, but just to be safe, vote by 10 o'clock a.m. And again, I don't want to necessarily sway your vote. Like, who am I? Who am I to say? But vote, and again, as I said in my talk here earlier, I don't want to hear any of this stuff. I'm philosophically opposed to voting. Not in a private CPAC straw poll, you're not. Now get out there and vote. Now you'll have to forgive me for this, but I know there is an agent from my publisher cleverly hidden somewhere in the room. It's like a Where's Waldo situation. And they would have my head if I didn't mention that this very week I've had a new book released called Rollback. So thank you, yes, nice. People are holding it up, it's just too good. But they put up a free chapter at rollbackbook.com. I'm not going to probably get big media for this book, so I hope you'll check that out. Now that's the end of that discussion. Let's get to the main subject. The after party, I'm going to tell you the details about that after the event, to keep you here to the end. Oh, don't anybody give it away, okay? Right now I want to bring one more person up on stage who's going to be Ed McMahon to my Johnny Carson. Yikes. Kind of big shoes for me to fill anyway, but it's Jack Hunter, and I want you to know about Jack. Jack gave me an introduction that I can't possibly improve on. I just want to say, Jack's a great writer. He does this great video blog for the American Conservative, and you've got to seek this guy out. Jack Hunter, the Southern Avenger. He's standing right next to me.
Can y'all hear me? Is everything okay? Oh, check, testing. Check. Can we hear me now? Is that good? Well, if we're going to make friends here at CPAC, I want everybody to give a big round of applause for our friend, everybody's friend in Campaign for Liberty, Donald Rumsfeld. We said to make friends. I thought that'd be well, I think it's safe to say, Tom, that Donald Rumsfeld getting the reception he did today is indicative of how far this movement has come, how much things have changed, not only for CPAC, but for our movement, how big we're getting. I think it's very encouraging.
Well, Jack, I appreciate that, and now we get to the event. And so, ladies and gentlemen, see, because when you and I are up here, it's super awesome and fun, and we can chit-chat. It's like we're just sitting in the living room talking to each other, but it's also like, people are waiting to see you too, and you and I are like air supply.
Yes. So that's accurate.
So let's turn things over. Ladies and gentlemen, let's introduce to you now Congressman Ron Paul.